Hey, True Believers, Englentine here, talking about the hot comics on the shelves. Yes, this is what the customers are buying. Now, you go over to Comic-Con, they're talking about what the stores are ordering. This is what the customers are leaving those stores with, preferably after paying. After we look at the hard copies, we're going to go over to Comixology, world's largest digital comic book shop, and check out what people are buying online. It's a small week, but these are the comic book shops that have participated in all of this. So if you're in their area, stop by, say hi, maybe buy something. And remember, always support your local comic book shop. Now, this is from Bleeding Cool, so take it with a grain of salt if you need to. With all that aside, let's get this party started. Beginning the countdown at number 10, we have New Mutants, number 11. At number 9, Empire Avengers, number 1. Coming in at number 8 is The Flash, 758, he says with quotation marks. At number 7, we have Action Comics, 1023. In the number 6 spot, we have Power Rangers, Ranger Slayer, number 1. At number 5, Empire X-Men, number 1. In the number 4 slot is 4X, number 4. Coming in at number 3 is Wolverine, number 3. And in the runner-up position at number 2, we have Empire, number 2. And at number 1, the Joker War continues in Batman number 95. Okay, so I've got an idea. Look, Marvel just owned the hell out of that top 10, but I remember my comic book shop had a hard time getting DC Comics in at the time. So perhaps that was the reason. I'm thinking. Perhaps, maybe. It could be possible that people are like, oh my gosh, all those Empire are out. We got to go buy them. And, I mean, it could be possible. I don't think so, but it could have been possible. Especially, I don't think my shop was the only one that DC was having a hard time getting their books to. What with their new distribution system and all that kind of stuff. Could be, like I said, though, could be Marvel just flat out kicked DC's ass left, right, and upside down. But they had more than Batman in, man. I don't know. It's kind of sad if in all honesty, if all of DC comic books and Empire is kicking their ass. I mean, seriously, are you really excited about Empire of all things? Come on. I don't believe it. Now, that's the floppy copies. That's the hard copies, whatever you want to call it. That's the countdown for them. Going to find out what the shops say about this particular week. There's only a couple of quotes, so we're not going to spend a lot of time on that. Then we're going to go over to Comixology and check out the countdown there, see what people are buying digitally. Sailfish Comics says, much bigger week than we've been seeing. Our top 10 was split between DC's larger titles and X-Books from Marvel, with Empire right in the middle. It was good to see that folks hadn't forgotten about Hellions, given that it's been several months since the first issue. Honorable mention to Decorum, which easily would have been one of the best sellers had it not had so much tough competition. Yeah, if there's anything that tells you I really don't have my finger on the pulse of what people are reading these days, hey, I tell you what I like. I know what I like. I thought Decorum was, it was all right. It was okay, but, people are reading it, and apparently people are buying Empire, and I thought the first issue of that, the Zero issue and all, not very good. I'm definitely not good for new readers, but I didn't like it at all. Yeah, if there's anything that tells you I really don't have my finger on the pulse of what people are reading these days, hey, I tell you what I like. I know what I like. I thought Decorum was, it was all right. It was okay, but, people are reading it, and apparently people are buying Empire, and I thought the first issue of that, the Zero issue and all, not very good. I'm definitely not good for new readers, but I didn't like it at all. Over at Collector's Paradise, they're saying Empire and Joker War did amazing as expected. Ranger Slayer killed with some amazing surprises and cool covers. Boom, new releases continue to do strong. Wind is fantastic, and Folklord's TP was the biggest selling TP of the week. Our customers love Jonathan Hickman, and Decorum continues to be a huge seller. More of that Decorum anyway, no, I'm not going to go there. Wind was okay. That being said, get that Folklord's get the trade paperback for okay, let me try that again. Get the trade paperback for 4 Folklords. There you go. I got it out loud. There was going to be a bad word in there if I went on trying to say it as quickly as I tried. Anyway, yeah, it's a really good fantasy story. I liked it, and I bought the original comics when they came out, and it was thoroughly enjoyable. And I can pretty much see myself getting the trade paperback and then probably eBaying the issues. Anywho, on with the show. We're going to go, that's literally all the quotes. So we're going to go over to Comixology now, check out their top 10. You know what I always do. We're going to see if DC could catch up at all in the top 20. And I just realized I woke up TWIDS. Starting off the digital countdown, we have Lords of Empire, Emperor Hulkling. Coming in at number 9 is Detective Comics 1024. Pfft, yeah, right. In the 8th slot is Action Comics 1023. Coming in at number 7 is New Mutants number 11. In the number 6 spot is Hellions number 2. Coming in at number 5 is Empire X-Men number 1. At number 4 we have Wolverine number 3. Coming in at number 3 is Empire number 2. In the runner-up slot at number 2 we have 4X number 4. And same as the hard copies in the digital copy world, Batman number 95 wins again. And look, hey, I know, I find the Joker War to be fun but flawed. I was kind of slapped in the face with some of my critiques, and they said, wait a second, you misunderstood it. I get that. I do enjoy the Joker War. I think it's a hell of a lot of fun, even though I do believe that Batman's kind of being portrayed as stupid in this one. Really? We had a little bit of not a fight or an argument, but a discussion about whether or not Catwoman would even have the codes that she used, but that's neither here nor there. At least DC was at number 1 because they sure as hell wasn't anywhere else in that top 10. Marvel really bent them over a barrel and went to town on them. I mean, this is squeal like a pig kind of beating right here. Not good. Not good if you're a DC fan like myself. Okay, so here's the deal. I always do the 20. I always go, okay, well, let's see what happens when we expand it out to 20, and I know what comes next. So there's no way DC's winning this. But did they even show up? I mean, there were DC books released last week. You guys didn't buy any? Seriously? DC's putting out far more better comics than Marvel is. What is the deal? I'm seriously interested in what's the deal. Why are you not buying the better books out there? I don't know. Let me know in the comments below. All right, and if you think I'm wrong that Marvel is putting out better books, that Empire is better than, say, Hawkman, by all means, I want to hear your reasoning on that. Let me know in the comments below. That being said, let's head on out. We're going to talk about 11 through 20 to see exactly how bad of a beating Marvel's going to give DC this countdown. At number 11 is the single best comic book that Marvel is producing, Daredevil. Coming in at number 12 is Die, number 12. At number 13, we have Empire, The Avengers, number 1. You guys are just screwing with me. At number 14, we have The Flash, number 758. It's good to see that DC shows up again in the countdown somewhere. And at number 15, we have Shazam, number 13. Woohoo! They're making a comeback. Coming in at number 16, we have Justice League Dark, number 24. Alrighty, gang. That is 5 in the countdown. At number 17, we have the 6th DC book in the countdown, Batgirl, number 47. Coming in at number 18 is Monstrous, number 29. In the number 19 slot is Star Wars, Dr. Aphra, number 2. And closing it out at number 20 is Amazing Spider-Man, Sin's Rising Prelude, number 1. Okay, so I did make a mistake. It wasn't 6. It was 5 DC books out of 20. Holy Toledo. That's horribly sad to me. It really is, as a DC fan. And yes, I do root for teams, even if I don't. I'm not lying. I'm not affecting the countdown. To me, the fun of it is to see if the team wins or loses, whatever. And it's all for fun. I like some Marvel just as well as DC. These days, I'm not big on a lot of Marvel. I was telling everybody I usually every 6 months make a 10 comics you should be reading from each company, and in all honesty, I can't think of 10 from Marvel, so I don't know. I don't know if I'll do that. That being said, look, DC had trouble getting some books out, but they had enough to get into the countdown a little bit. I guess just people are more excited about what Marvel has to offer for some reason. I don't see it. Personally, I've been going, yeah, and I know I'm looking off camera for this, but I've been going independent a lot more. You know, stay away from, I'll buy DC, I stay away from Marvel a lot. I buy independent comic books, so what you gonna do? Some of these would be better on the countdown than a lot of Marvels, but that's just my opinion. What is yours? Let me know in the comments below. What do you think should be on this countdown that wasn't? What is on that countdown that shouldn't be? It might be some of the DC titles I was saying, hey, are so much better. I'd like to hear it. Let me know in the comments below. And don't forget to click like and share and do all that kind of stuff. And you like the video content, please consider helping out the channel by going over to Patreon. Links in the description below and dropping $1 in the till. I'd like to thank everybody who's already done that. And to everyone, all of the true believers, thank you very, very much for watching.